Hello, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. We're junk journaling today. We're going to start on my new journal that we made earlier on. Was it earlier on? Was it last week? I don't know. It's kind of like a horrible version of that bit between Christmas and New Year. But it's being ill rather than having Christmas. Anyway, I digress. So I've done a little bit of playing with all of my resources. We'll go through what I've set out for this journal because it is a bit autumnal and a bit Halloween-y. And then we'll do this little page. Now, I said before when I did my flip through, particularly in this one, because I did something I don't normally do in this one, which is I did the first page first, and that is always like a pancake. It's always worse. It's always a bad one. So I'm not going to do that with this journal. I'm going to do like the third or fourth page. I'm just going to do a small page. And I've picked the bits out, or some of the bits, because I think we're going to do some sprays. There might be some fabric involved, but I've got a general idea. And what I thought I would do is kind of tell you about the bits and pieces that I've put together. So I do have a lot of printables in this, and it's the first time on camera that I'll be using a lot of printables. And I don't know if it's the first. Well, no, that one had a lot of printables in it. I have thoughts and feelings about printables. I don't like journals that are completely made out of printables, because that's like a printable kit. It's a bit. Do you know what I think the reason is? It's the bit like why I didn't really go into scrapbooking, even though I bought all the gear. Had no idea, and why I don't do card making, because it's very formulaic, and I like to just do my own thing. Having said that, printables are very useful. Particularly in lieu of like vintage ephemera and pictures and things, because even though I have a vast collection of books and stuff that I've collected over the years, sometimes I don't have like the specific things, or I can't find the specific things. I have to do a big sort out because I was trying to find my mushroom book and I couldn't find it. So I've printed some mushrooms off. Or I've found in my like stash of things that I've printed, like these. I printed these off, I don't know when. They look a little bit, would suit this. I think I've printed them off and I've not cut them out because it seems like a faff to cut them out. That is my feeling. And I don't know if I will cut them out. I've just taken them out of the ephemera holder that I found them in and just thought, well, you know what? There might be odd little bits in here that I find intriguing enough. You know, like a clock face or something that I find intriguing enough that I would want to cut out. But yeah, generally these are very, very fussy cuts. And I like a fussy cut, but you know, like I have my limits. So I have those, which are sort of like, I literally put my hand on them before we came on to the camera. I've got this, which I've pulled from other things, and I've also I printed a load of Tracy labels off because I was running out of the Tracy labels that I had. So there's like a couple of sets of Tracy labels in here, but there's also some bugs, like an ephemera pack that I had, and some other bits and pieces. There's also bits from magazines in here as well. I've just ended up putting bits in there, and it's another scrap pot. I still have my original scrap pot that I'll still reach for. I've got this. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the autumn napkins and packaging paper oak leaves. So there's napkins that have been PVA'd onto book page to make different various pieces of ephemera and imagery, and they're quite autumnal themed. I was going to do myself another set of these, but I thought no, I'm going to press on and use some slightly different things, but still, if I need to reach for this, it's here. What else have I got? I've got my painted labels in this tin that's difficult to open. Yeah, I've got my painted labels. Oh, see, I'll put that in there. Put that in there too. Oh, there we go. So painted labels and stamped images. I'm just reaching for what have I got on my windowsill. Stamped images on book page that I cut out, you know, or a big source of what I use, making my own ephemera. But yeah, I just thought I haven't printed stuff off in a long while. I would print some stuff off, and I'd also found some printed things, and I found some original things. This is a Victorian letter. I think it's notes from that case about land. I got a massive bundle years ago, and I'm still using it, a massive bundle, and they said it was divorce papers, but when I read through, it was about marriage settlements, and this talks about marriage settlements and land, so that she basically got access to this land sans waste. So I think that means that they couldn't chop the trees down. They wanted to chop the trees down because they wanted to make some money. I don't know, that was the gist of it. Anyway, all's to say, I have some Victorian letters and Victorian paper. I mean, look at the good grunge on that, and that's real. So the grunge under my fingers for cutting stuff out all day. This is a bit of 200-year-old paper. I've got masses of this too, but I'm very, very... I don't cut it up often. In fact, I think once this has been used, it might be my last scraps, and I'd have to go into another big sheet. But you know what? I've had these for years and not wanted to cut into it. So these are printable bugs, more stamped images on paper, black and white images from children's books that, you know, I just keep. That's a book page envelope. This is a printable. So, like, you know, it's not the same as the two, you know, this is 200, this is less than 200 years old, and this is from 1820, I think, or 21. So, you know, they're obviously not the same thing. There's similarities though, and I should imagine that, you know, this would be on rag paper and would have a really good feel. This is on some sort of coated vellum, I think, because it feels like it's got a wax coating on it, but I don't know. Anyway, there's the difference. And when you've got it in your book, you really can't tell. So I've got some printable bits of like old ephemera, particularly like these and these. I think they're Graphics Fairy, but I can't be sure. I think I'm pretty sure these are Graphics Fairy as well, which are like just mushrooms and such. An owl. I've got quite a few of these postcards, more mushrooms. I love that moon. I don't know if I've made my journal small, too small for it. I might have done. I might have to do some nifty folding, I think, one day. Or back it onto card and stick it in. I don't know, I just love that moon. That's from the Graphics Fairy. That's a bit of the coronation invitation. I've got various kits now. So I've got some like Secret Garden kits that I've bought off Etsy. That's Graphics Fairy. And that's from that Secret Garden kit. That actually wasn't... Not all kits are equal, I discovered on Etsy. And you get what you pay for, because that was quite a cheap kit, and you know, that's from the Secret Garden. You can definitely tell the quality. So then I've got some Regency Gentleman bits, not an actual Regency Gentleman, but I just like, there was like terrariums and this funky envelope, another envelope. Well, this is from the Secret Garden, this envelope, and you could tell the difference in quality, like it doesn't quite match up when you fold it up. I've got some bits from books. This is a wine book, and it had this locket in it that was an advert for Martini. So I'm going to sort of recreate it somehow in there. Not for today, I'll have to think that through, but I've got snippets from magazines in here. There's loads of book images for like medieval chivalry type things. You know, like illuminated texts. There we go, from like a medieval book. Well, a book about medieval. I think it's about Arthurian legend. I've got some creepy postcards that I got from a National Trust place in Lancashire. There we go. I think it was like a mini version of Downton Abbey. I can't remember what it's called. Where is it? It'll come to me. It was a really nice day. It was right up like Pendleton, like up Pendle Hill, very, very witchy around there. Yeah, so we've got loads. Perhaps, and I know I'm not going to use all of this stuff, and it'll go back into the ephemera holder, and I probably will get it out next year. But I have plenty of things to choose from. That's what I'm saying. You know, like that's quite cool, like dramatic castles, and to let our imaginations fly. So this is what I have. I'm not quite going to use all of this today. I might reach back for it, but how did I have it? And I even have this book. I found this book cover, and I just like the houses on it, and I thought, you know, I might end up cutting this up and just using I'm sure the book has long gone been used for ephemera, and perhaps even made a journal out of it, I don't know. I just have the book cover, but I really like that. There's a doggy on the back. So that's the ephemera. That's the pot with all the bits that I've cut out. Like I said, there's like all kinds of things in here. There's loads of Tracy labels. When I say Tracy labels, that's Tracy Fox, which is Love Junk Journals on Etsy. And her kits are really good. Like the labels in particular are very good value. There just wasn't anything that I wanted other than the labels. I need to go and have another look, really. That's from the Regency Gentleman kit. I think there's a Dark Academia one as well for things like that. Yeah. But I don't know. I was just on my computer. I don't remember buying that. I have the things that I was sent from a lady in Australia. I've got these, which are just about the right size. Oh, they will be good. I'm going to keep them in here, but just keep my mind on them. There might be some other bits and pieces in here that would be useful as well. I could see like Kilner jars. Well, we call them Kilner jars, you call them a mason jar. And oh, bugs. Yeah, there's going to be some useful bits and pieces in there too. I'll put that in there, then I won't forget it. So that's mainly what else have we got? We've got some fabric. So this is from the witchy hat. Remember I said I wanted the witchy hat and the journal to somehow have some cohesion. So I've got these like tassel-y bits that could, I don't know, be cut up. They're just sort of the edges of the scarf. And I've got some black velvet and some of the scarf. So we have that. So I'm not going to do the cover today because that's another thing. I don't necessarily do the front cover first. I wait until some inspiration hits and then I'll go back and I'll do the front cover. I generally, when I do the front covers, because these are on hard, it might be a little bit different. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I might try and stiffen like I've done with this journal. I've stiffened it with a thing. I might try and do that because I've got enough ephemera to sort of back onto some cereal packet or something and stiffen this up, which will mean that when I put whatever I'm going to put on the front, I will make it thicker just by backing the images onto some cereal packet, and it just sort of lifts it off the cover. And I'll do that inside as well sometimes. I might keep this about just to have a little reference. Okay. All that's to say, let's do a page. Now we're going to do a little page. We're going to do some sort of specimen card that's not a specimen card. And those are my elements I was thinking about using. And I might back some of them to make them lift off the page. But what I thought I would do is, and it will involve a little bit of noise and some mess, is that I would do a bit of spraying, because I really enjoyed the painterliness. Now, I didn't use sprays when I made the journal last year. Sprays came after Christmas because I was bought some sprays at Christmas, bought some Tim Holtz sprays. And I might well put some of that on my Christmas list. I've got to sort our Christmas list out soon because we like to have everything done well in advance. I'm just trying to... I don't know why I do this because I sort of give up after a bit and it just all gets messy. But we'll start as we try to mean to go on. I'm still feeling a little bit ropey. I just feel really tired. Just put that down. Huge amounts of packing paper. Right. The thing about having a small craft room, and I definitely think this probably, if you know, I remember crafting on like my lap in the lounge in the old house, is you just don't have any space, do you? Everything's crumped up. What colour are you? I wanted that purple colour. Got it. Yep. Got some blues as well. Also green. Green doesn't really work very well, but we'll try it. I might try that one first. See how we go. I've no idea what I'm going to do other than I'm just going to have a bit of a play. And then put, you know, do some sort of specimen card on the top. Yeah, I think this one's bust. Because it's an old thing. Well, I guess we won't have green unless I really want to, and then I'll get a new bottle. There we go, see? Already. Okay, purple's down. So I'll go back to work tomorrow. When I say go back to work, I'm working from home, so it's not like I have to commute anywhere or anything. But I've got to get on top of my... Ooh, that's lightened it up a lot. Top of my inbox. I'll start booking up. I want all the colours to mix in together, so that's why I'm not drying in between. Try and book. Ooh, actually, this is going to be okay. Try and rebook all my appointments because they all got cancelled, and so now I'm like 18 appointments behind. I don't like that. I mean, my boss is going to be completely fine with it. Ooh. I need to clean all my nozzles, but I don't like it. I have ideas in my head of where I should be in the month. Oop, there's my light gone. I said yesterday was the worst video I've ever done, but perhaps it might be today's. There we go. I apologise. There we go. I think what I'll do is if I plan to do this again, I won't do it on camera and I'll just tell you what I've done. I think it's useful to see people's process for things like this, particularly as I'm not very proficient at it, I'm just having a go. I think that's useful, kind of enabling, encouraging. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Oh, we'll get some nice paper out of it at the end as well. Right, the paper looks quite cool. What I wanted it to feel like is almost like a beetle's back. You know, like how there's like an iridescence to it. And it kind of has that feel. I'm wondering if I need green on it. I don't think I do. I think it's going to be alright. Let's try. No, I don't, because one of the labels is green. Okay. So here we are. Now, I'm wondering, I think I might back this onto a piece of card and then put some, like, coloured paint around the edge. Or paint marker. Let's find a bit of card. I keep all my, I don't keep all of it actually, else I would be drowning in it. But sort of recycling. It's just handy. So, what are you working on? Do you try to do like a journal a month? I kind of roughly, not necessarily vastly intend on doing, you know, that last couple of months I sort of had a few journals on the go, which are still on the go really. I just think some months are quite specific, and you know, I've never made a Christmas journal, and that's generally because like December's always really busy. So this will be interesting as we get into December. I'm going to try and do some sort of December daily though. I'll have an advent calendar to open because I've got a swap partner now. Yeah, what kind of journals do you work on? Or are you not? Have you not done a journal yet? Which is absolutely fine, because I remember I started watching Jenny Belly make her Smashbooks like a good 5 years before I even made my own journal, and I would sit and I'd be thinking like, how do I do that? How can I, you know, like I would just try and work it out. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm on camera. I need to check. I apologise if I've gone off camera. But and there we go. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a busy day. So I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to panic if I can't get hold of everybody. There's probably loads of things I've forgotten because I've been ill. And it just is what it is. I'm kind of going to treat myself. Yeah, I was going to say something and then I can't because of a boundary. But yeah, I'm gonna treat myself like I would want somebody to treat me. Let's just put it that way. Alright, so I'm going to cut this, I think, down the middle. And I might not have it on both sides. I don't think I will have it on both sides. I think I might just have it on one. So I think this lady who has this journal, I don't know if I can actually keep that up, like make a story up. I don't know, perhaps I can. Shall we try? Let go. That does go on there. Yeah, I think she collects things. Now, do we want a little bit of fabric? I kind of do. I don't want to take it off that because I think that's come off the hat. I need to go around the middle of it. I just want some of the green. with some fabric scissors, Lindsay. You'll notice some of my scissors have got green on them, and that doesn't mean whether they're fabric scissors or not, because I've just thought you might notice the green ribbon. They're from when I used to do workshops, and I would never like have fabric and paper scissors on the same table, because I didn't run, like I wouldn't run those two workshops together. So yeah, where was that? Where did that piece of material go? Oh, there it is. I was thinking I'm not going to have to cut another one out, am I? So yeah, I'm just going to rough it up. I don't know if that's the right amount, if it's too much. Here we go. So yeah, so I'm kind of back to work, get an early night, back at it. I'll have my computer switched on a bit early, I think. I'll try to aim for that, just so I can feel like I'm on top of things. No, this is where these might not work and I might have to go digging. I know I like that. Let's have a bit of that paper. Don't be annoying. Oh, it's a copy. Herewith of the settlement made upon the marriage of Miss Hoplon and Mr. W.J.M. Baskerville. Whoa. Do we want the word Baskerville in? Just because it's a bit creepy. This handwriting's beautiful. I wish I could write like that. Yeah, one of the things I've noticed with looking at all these, like, besides the big legal document, and this is a legal document as well, is like some of the handwriting is absolutely normal, and you would, you know, it's not all this copper plate like this. Like my husband could have written that. Oh yeah. And I like, because that's just a ticket, but because it's got the numbers on each side. I like it. Do we need anything else? Even look on the back of these. It says 25th of July, 92. 1892, not 1992. Even if it was 1992, I mean, that's still considerable. Onion paper. Do I want any more different? No. Oh, quite like that. That's quite nicely balanced. Now, do I want to flap this over and have like the next page, it's a tuck spot, just have that there? How do I want to do this? fold that over. Yeah, quite like that, folded over. Okay, let's do some gluing. There we go. Just clean the tip of this glue off. I just said it was glue, it just was leaking, and now it's not working. Let's see, that is now. I don't know what we're going to have for dinner. I think we have some burgers still left over from the summer. We might have burgers on the grill. Do I need that to be outlined in anything? But black. Oh my god, I do have. Oh, you're gold. Do I have black? I do have black somewhere. This is before I'll get up and go to my inks. I don't really like the blendy inks. I don't know what it is. Will that do? Or is that all dried up? Oh, that'll do. Oh yeah, look at that. That'll just make that pop. Those pens are what I call not Posca pens. I think I got them last Christmas. I don't know, sometime like that. They're very handy. And then let's put this on. So I think you can really see like that blend of like how printables can work with your own sort of stuff that you found. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like how that works. So let's do that. Let's do that too. Yeah, that's much better. I like layering things. There we go. stick that on. So what do you think? Is there anything you would do differently? How do you choose? I think clusters, this type of thing, is actually my weakest point, really. I'm not very... I think I'm getting there, but... I like this. I'm glad I've cut this scarf up. I was a bit hesitant, you know, thinking, should I take it to the charity shop? But I think, you know, I wouldn't wear it. It's not because, you know, a sartorial choice. Oh, I don't like that anymore. You know, it's not me anymore. It was just the physical fact that it's polyester. So I'll put some black back in. Do my border. I'm going to go make some dinner. For like 5%, quite healthy, lean burgers. So that's it. The first page in this journal. I'm really excited. I like starting new things. And I think there's a lot to be going for. I've just spied something else. I was like, oh, what else can I put in here? Remember, this is what I was, you know, when we mass made paper bags. Oh, they'll kind of go with it. All the little things that you mass make, they come in really handy for things like this. So that's there. I don't know if I'm going to glue that down yet, and because I don't know what I'm going to put in that background. And we probably won't do that tomorrow. That'll be another time. I don't know what we'll be doing tomorrow. I have no idea. Everything's gone out the window, all my little plans. So, if you enjoyed that, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a comment. If you subscribe, like, and give us a comment, you get entered into the advent calendar giveaway. So this is not finished yet because I've been doing the ones that need to go on the Etsy shop. I need to put the numbers on now, those ones, and add a few presents to 2 of them, I think. So yeah, it's full of vintage button goodness. There's like a mini journal, the slow stitch things that we've made during episodes. If you have a look, you'll see what sort of stuff will be full of it. 25 presents could be yours if you subscribe, like, and make a comment. Let me know if you've started a new journal or if you're still finishing one up. Are you doing any challenges? I printed one challenge off and then I thought, you know what, I don't want to be prescriptive in any way. I don't want to feel, no, it kind of works in July, but when I've tried it other times a year, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. We shall see. But anyway, there's my page. I'm really happy with it. I think it'll blend. I think this is a wise woman's book, which is like an old wise women would get accused of being witches and stuff, you know, like in history. So yeah, it's a wise woman's book. Just collecting all the little bits of information. So there we go. Thank you very much for listening to me witter, watching me do, for joining me. I've really appreciated you being here. And I will see you in the next one. Okay. Bye bye.